What's up, guys? We're here at the Paralyzing Mushroom Todd, playing a Chimera deck. This is going to be post-info, so maybe some good stuff in here. Are you playing the Fiendsmith stuff?
No.
No
Only
Fiendsmith
because I
stuff?
haven't gotten it yet, but once I get it, I probably will.
So get ready for an update post this as well. Any shout-outs you want to give today before we dive in?
I don't know. Shout out to the channel. Shout out to the store as always.
We're at the
That's
sneak
probably
peek,
it.
by the way.
Yeah, we're at the sneak peek. I haven't gotten all the cards yet. So this will be just like more of a pure list, I guess.
Pure, yeah, that's what I say. Pure illusion is what I was going to say. Pure Chimera illusion. Before we dive in, if you like, comment, subscribe to the channel a lot, and let's show us what you got.
Okie dokie. There's kind of standard. 3 of these. I mean, some people play 2. I like 3. I just want to consistently open like the better cards of the deck. 3 moon, not moon mirror shield. 3 mirror sword knight. 3 gazelle. I still play 2 of this. I might bump this down to 1. If I resolve it once, I typically win, but don't really use the first effect too often because I want to go into like exceeds and links because Beatrice is like the new card of the format. Other than that, there's 3 apprentice. This card really just like brings the deck back. It lets you keep up with all the other decks. Diabells, you end on this, and this honestly kind of just cooks like everything if it's like properly played. Like this card, I'm not 100% sure because I just started playing this, so like I'm still learning it. But if you play this against Tampai, I'm pretty sure they can't KO unless I get rid of it because they need the Sangan spell, the one that searches and summons.
Yeah, the summoning.
And if they set something, you get to target 2 cards and pop. So usually you just pop one of your fusions or just something that like your Lars if you've already used it. Pop a card on the board when they set. It's also really good against decks that have field spells because they set the field spell. You can just pop the field spell and then they have to have another one or they lose their field spell. Other than that, it's just Tau. Standard, you know, send this, send Tau. Tau brings back this. Also, I guess if people don't know, this is a one-sided anti-spell. If your opponent has to set spells and traps before they can activate them. So if they have like board breakers, like this stops Imperm, this stops
Wanted,
evenly matched, it stops
matched.
Wanted, it stops like Forbidden Droplets. Because you can't activate those cards. Yeah, Book of Eclipse, Book of Moons. You can't activate those cards when you set them because they're quick plays or traps. Moving on, I guess. I only play 2 of these.
So we saw her playing the chain and poly package.
Yeah, I play 2 of these. 2 spell, 1 of these. Just, it really helps to get you going. This gets this and this. It gets you material and a fusion spell. I'm not playing the branded stuff at the moment, but
There's a lot into fusions, or?
I just kind of wanted to play it pure for now. Like, the branded stuff's good, but I don't know. I just wanted to fool around and see how it works pure. Just for now, I guess. I have tested the branded stuff. It is really good, but I like it just going into, like, the links and the exceeds and stuff. I play those for hand traps. I know this isn't standard, but I think this card...
I'm on the exact
like,
same ratio.
With Fiendsmith stuff, I think this card's kind of good because there's a lot of like searching now that happens. Like a lot of people are going to want to search before they normal summon their Ash. Or like if you normal summon Ash, search bottom player, and you roll. This makes it harder to like keep your card advantage going. And this deck has so many cards that just like hit something off the board or like negate something, or if you target, you destroy. So this really helps you keep up like tempo, I guess, against like Snake Eyes and any other deck that just searches a lot. That's it for those, I guess. Now it's just like 3 Chimera Fusion. This guy's crazy.
You ever thought about bumping it down to 2? I know some lists are
I put it at
2
2 and then I never seen it. When I played at 2, I'll like, it's just a coincidence, just variance. I know, but like I'll summon Gazelle and then like it'll get hand trapped, and I just prefer to have 3 so I can draw into it because having a normal summon plus like either one of these 2 is like so good because you can like say like Gazelle, summon Gazelle, activate effect to search. You can just chain either one of these and your Gazelle's gonna resolve. Just doesn't care if your stuff's face down because it's a fusion deck, so you just fuse it off from being face down anyways. And this card is just really good in general too. Like there's times where I flip this after I use a Sword Knight's effect to negate. Sometimes Kodal will aura like a Flamberg, they'll negate, summon stuff back, we all know how it goes. And then you can like flip this afterwards, and sometimes it'll just like stop their turn if you have enough interruptions. And this just lets you fuse into pretty much anything as long as you use a Beast Illusion or a Fiend. So you get to go into like Guardian Chimera, which is like interruptions on your opponent's turn. You also get to grab it back, so like this is just doubles up. If you have one, it just doubles as 2 fusion spells, which is really good.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to ramble on. 2 tactics. This helps break boards. Drawing cards in this deck is pretty good. But looking at your opponent's hand, like this, you'll go into this. This will take a card out of their hand. And then if you get hand trapped, they're down 2 cards. And then if you have this, you look and you take them down another card. And then you have typically 2 interruptions in your graveyard, which like really just helps you win the game. This is just like a pseudo hand rip deck, like in disguise as like a combo deck. And then I played this. This is the new set.
Info card.
Yeah, I was playing this card wrong, like round 1. I thought it just negated monsters, but it negates cards.
Yeah, it's a spot negate.
Yeah, so you're playing like a ton of illusions, and even if you like, it doesn't happen very often, but if you have this and just say like the link, I don't know if you make the link, but I played the link too, and like set this during your opponent's turn, like both of these can bring cards back, so you can like just throw up a bunch of illusion monsters which don't die by battle. Say Mirror Sword Knight and Apprentice. Apprentice will search. Mirror Sword Knight will go into whatever, like Baphomet, get your 2 searches, you can flip this. Now you have like this, an Apprentice, and potentially Mirror Sword Knight. This just negates 3 cards. So I think it was against Centurion today. They had their full thing set up, and it was their turn. I Book of Eclipse when they tried to lock me out. I just flipped this, and I negated like the 2 monsters. I flipped it in response, sorry. They gave like 2 monsters and the field spell. So they didn't get like their search that they would have got. They didn't get their special back, which denies them another material to synchro with. Yeah, this card's really cool. I liked it.
It's how many cards in your main deck? 40?
I think it's 41. I think I just threw this in as the 41st card.
Okay.
And on to the extra deck. I played 2 of these. You can like take one of these out and just play something else. You only typically really need one because you play these. So usually you'll like banish this, summon from grave, banish this to put this back on the field. Because the Sword Knight and the Codal, you have to have one of these face up because they all change their name to the one guy that they need on the board to use their effects. When this is summoned, you take a card from the hand during the end phase. This one dumps a Fiend, Illusion, or Beast, which Fiend, Illusion, and Beast I think all have like some sort of Floodgate-esque card. And this one, when you make it, you have to use one of these plus any amount of illusions, and it attacks for every fusion material that you use, and when it battles something, it makes its attack 0 and negates its effect. So you can just make this, bump into something 3 times, and you just win the game. It's kind of like a really easy OTK. And yeah, like I said, this one you banish from the grave during your opponent's turn. You summon one of the 3 types from your grave, and then this one does the same thing but from banished. So those are the like Chimera-esque things, I guess. We play 2 Guardian Chimera. I've seen some people play 1. I like to play 2 because I don't know, just clearing boards with this card, or like if you need to draw, you can draw. If you need to clear boards, you can clear boards with it. It's really good for both. It's 33 and it's untargetable when you have poly engraved, so sometimes just being untargetable really helps, especially against like Flamberg if they can't just spot remove it off the board, and then you can't like SP it, stuff like that. I play 1 Garura. You'll notice I didn't play Super Poly. I find a lot of stuff just plays around Super Poly right now. Super Poly is not like fantastic, but I'm probably going to squeeze it in at some point once I get the Fiendsmith stuff. Once more people have access to it, I'll put it in because everyone's going to be playing it, and those cards are Super Poly magnets. And I played one of these. This card's cool. I don't go into it every game, but I don't think you can play the deck without it. I think you need to have it as like that just in case card. And that's it for the fusions. We play Beatrice, so let's dump. You make like the 2 fusions or the Apprentice, make this. You can dump whatever you need. It's usually like a Tau to bring back one of your illusions, which gets you some sort of advantage over your opponent. Or like if you don't even have Chimera Fusion, if you just go through like the polys, you can poly into one of like the fusions. Yeah. Summon Apprentice, go into this, dump the Chimera Fusion. This will be engraved. You can grab it back. It really helps get your game going. Lars is a negate. Again, it's just a rank 6, detach 2. When your opponent activates something, negate a card. And we play this. This, funnily enough, is a Fiend, so you can summon it, bounce something, attack, and then on their turn, you can like fuse it off to make whatever you need to make with it. We play the Chaos Angel because Apprentice is a dark and Sword Knight is a light, so you can summon both, make this. It's kind of difficult for a lot of stuff to get over this when you make it with both. I don't know now but with the Fiendsmith stuff though, because I think one of them equips and gets really big. It gets big enough to get over this, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. And it's just a banish. And again, this whole deck just revolves around these two. You can banish this to summon this from grave, and then this will banish a card. And if this gets banished by, like, I side deck Bestials, and if it gets banished by whatever, you can banish this to bring this back, and it'll also banish. So, yeah, you get your use out of it. And I play SP because if you can play SP in a deck, you should probably play SP. And I play the Silhouette Rabbit.
The new info card as well.
When you summon it, when you link summon it, sorry, you take any trap that can be, any continuous trap that can be summoned as a monster. So that's why I played this. And set it. And then when you summon a trap monster, it targets a spell or trap and pops it. So, like, I think I made this, I set against Centurion. I made it once against Snake Eyes today too. I summoned it going first. I set this. They had, I don't remember what they had. They just had, they were doing their combo. I flipped this. I think I had this and two other illusions. So I negated the Fiendsmith card that fuses. The field spell, I think it was. And I think it was an Ash before they got the chance to bring something back. And then this lets me pop. So this just popped the Flamberg, not the Flamberg, sorry, the field spell to get it off the board. I know I said I negated it, but it still just gets rid of something. It's really good. I don't know. I like these cards. And this also can't be destroyed, just like every other illusion card.
Yeah, it's kind of nice being like a protective card.
If I were to change something in here, though, if I somehow could fit it in, I would drop something for... what's the link to that brings back a Fiend? Muckracker.
Muckracker? Yeah.
Yeah, because you can link this off with something else and then bring this back to get it banished during your turn. It helps protect your board against destruction effects. And I don't know, it's really good. Like I said, you can fuse it off. You can use it to bring back this. Now you have two Fiends. You can play Chimera Fusion, get rid of both and something else in hand, and then make like a Guardian Chimera pop. Stuff like that. I don't know if anybody wants to see my side deck. It's just
So
like
we can see the side deck for real quick.
standard-ish stuff. Just these. The level 6s, if you have to banish your Mirror Sword Knight, you can bring them out. I don't know, they're kind of decent. I figured everyone's on Fiendsmith. That's light, so I'd play it. I play 3 of these. This,
Tempai is running.
honestly, yeah, Tempai. This gets rid of the Tempai field spell, which is really good. And this deck kind of sucks a lot into Appaloosa, so that was kind of what this is for. It's a way to get around Appaloosa. We played 2 of these, 1 of these. I played these just as like board breakery cards. I was on 3 of these, but I'm only on 2 now because I wanted to play this. This is a beast, so you can bring this back off one of the fusions, or both the fusions if it's banished or in the grave, depending on where.
It's really good against Purely and Flanders.
If you summon this, yeah, this is really good against Purley. It's really good against Fluenderies. Now that the Fiendsmith stuff's out, it's not as good, but this like literally destroys almost like 90% of the U-Bell deck. And if you've got like a fusion up with a Sword Knight to back it up, like you're good. Kodo will stop them from targeting it, so that's good too. Yeah, if I wasn't playing this, I would probably just play the Dark Barrier statue because it's a Fiend.
Yeah,
you
fair
can
enough.
send it and then you can bring it back off the same way you would do this.
Okay, well, very nice deck profile. Thank you for that, Todd, and hopefully we see you again soon.
You are welcome.